I'm Miss Chrissy,
And I'm Steve.
and this is JAGcast, episode 150, the podcast of the Jenkintown Arts Garage.
Where we explore the intersection of the arts and technology. And this week, we're actually focused mostly on the arts, mostly local for Jenkintown. It doesn't mean you shouldn't stick around because we're going to be talking again to returning guest Ben Bergman to discuss the Jenkintown Arts Festival, the Festival of the Arts. I always get it backwards.
Yep. It's because everybody calls it Arts Fest for short.
Yeah, it's very confusing, but it's a great event here in Jenkintown, full of vendors and music and all kinds of stuff that we're going to talk about. And then I think we also have some discussion about the night market and the Jenkintown 150. We'll get an update on that. So it's a jam-packed Jenkintown focus episode.
Yeah, and it's episode 150, which is kind of interesting since that is Ben's thing is the 150.
It was completely coincidental, but I did notice that.
Yeah, it was kind of fun. Should
So
we bring Ben on?
Yeah. Here we go. Welcome back to the pod, Ben Bergman. Hello.
Hi guys, how you doing?
Yeah, you can hear I've been better.
Yeah, you all right? What's going on with you?
I don't know. I haven't had a voice for weeks.
Oh, that does good.
I found it, but it's not going back home without a fight.
Well, that's good for a podcast.
I know everyone's gonna have a great time. My other podcast, I was even worse, and that one has me talking a lot. So we'll see how that one fares when it comes out on Monday, as we're recording. So Ben, since I last talked to you, it's been a few months, and what's going on?
Well, in less than 3 weeks is the
2020. Oh my God, 3 weeks! Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah, I know. 2024 Jenkintown Festival of the Arts. That's our website. And I agree, Stephen, that everybody calls it Arts Fest, and I forget what it's actually called till I have to know the exact name, whether it's typing in like a URL or a password. But it is, in fact, the 2024 Jenkintown Festival of the Arts.
Okay, well, there's no event map yet. I was gonna look and see what's coming up, but I guess that'll be there for the day of.
Yeah, well,
we have a music.
The music should. Yep, their music.
Oh, we got the music stage. That's what I care about.
Kara Cartney's going to be there.
Oh, is she going to try again this year? So last year, Kara Cartney is a friend of the pod. Kara Cartney, famously among us, came to the Arts Fest, was booked for the Art Fest last year, and it had a sudden downpour.
Yeah.
While she was
pretty horrific if you were trying to move equipment during that downpour, I'm going to tell you.
She didn't want to get electrocuted, and we didn't want her to die because I like First Friday at Broken Goblet too much. So, she didn't have a chance to perform in the torrential downpour. So, good things coming back. 4 o'clock. That's one you definitely don't want to miss. I mean, you shouldn't miss any of them, but Kara Cartney is really special. I don't think she's ever played here in Jenkintown. So,
well, that is very exciting.
Yeah, it's very exciting. It is very exciting. You should. I mean, if you look her up after this, I'll put her link in the show notes.
Yep. So that's on the Johnson Street stage, which is typically more like acoustic and duo type acts, and then on the main stage, I don't know who's playing the main.
The Plants, a 4-piece Philadelphia-based band for kids with an eclectic style that traverses musical genres while exploring the potential of the imagination. This text is very small, by the way, and you probably can't even read it because the resolution of the video, but it's very small.
I definitely can't read it. I don't have my glasses on. So
at the second band is TBA. You still haven't booked it, Ben?
Nah, yeah. Actually, TBA is their name. No.
That would be really good,
wouldn't it?
So we don't know who's in there yet. And then the Wildwoods is coming up, and Jaw People. I know Jaw People. I don't know these other ones.
They come back pretty much every year, I believe, right, Ben?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They're like a staple now.
Johnson Street has too many cooks. I don't know who that is, but it just makes me think of that meme that went around some years ago, that video. It was like too many cooks make. It was like a song playing over like a fake sitcom scene, and like the opening credits, and they just kept showing more and more characters. Then as it goes along and the song continues to loop, it keeps getting more and more disturbing. Did you not see that?
No, but I'll have to look that up.
Well, I don't think that Too Many Cooks has anything to do with that meme, so you'll be fine. They're an acoustic duo.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if Bob Lowry, Chris Callis, Acoustic Keys. We all know Acoustic Keys around here. Joe Mahoney and Lisa Renauer. Is Lisa the one booking them this year in Johnson Street?
Yeah. Lisa takes care of Johnson Street, and Adam takes care of the main stage.
Very nice. Yeah, then
And
Kara
I take care of the dance stage.
Yeah.
I mean, you beat me to it. Yes, you do take care of the dance stage.
They have a section for that.
We
Oh,
certainly
there it is.
do. There it is.
Not using one of my photos though.
You didn't have a photo of Ballet X.
Well, I had photos though. Could have just done. It would be too much to have Jenkintown dance arts. Be too much favoritism.
Well, Ballet X is opening, which is why their photo is there, and they're kind of It would be the Ja Rule of the dance stage, but they are opening rather than closing. So there's a lot of stuff going on. We can't read through all of them here, but the link will be in the show notes. It ends with the Metropolitan Ballet Academy. Yes. So, but we got Ballet X coming from Philly, another company coming from Philly, and then a bunch of local dance programs like mine and some Irish dance. Flacco
is
3:00.
No, it says one. It says one. It says 1:30. Oh, Flacco. Yeah, not flamenco.
Yeah.
Different F words. Now, Flacco Dance Factory. Is that nearby? Like the actual
Flacco
factory?
is where I was taking salsa, Steve.
Yeah, no, isn't that down the street?
Yes.
I should take salsa. I need to learn how to dance.
Do you think the font should be? Do you really think the font should be bigger? Because I can change that.
I mean, for the purposes of a video podcast, I'd appreciate it, but nah, I think it's fine. People can.
Okay.
I'll make it bigger. Make it a little easier.
Oh wow. Very good.
All right. Well, I still can't see it, but that's all on me. I don't know where my glasses are. That's okay. I think I sent all those blurbs. I have that in my in my Google Drive.
But there's so much stuff going on at this festival, and I was looking at I wanted to bring up the kids court, a special mention here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we get. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry, Steve.
No. What is the kids court? Can you explain to people?
Yeah, it's a lot of So there's going to be moon bounce. I think there's two. There's actually two of them. That kid in there is two. It's like a slidey. There's a moon bounce and one of those blow up slides, which is what that young man is in right there. There's a lot of crafts that kids will be able to do. There'll be face painting as well. Painting with a twist does face painting. And just a lot of some music, just a really good time for the children. It's really a popular spot of the fest, and we expect a pretty good turnout for that.
Yeah, it's kind of a zoo down there in the best way possible. A kid zoo.
It's a good zoo.
I love those. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't say where it's going to be though. Physically,
isn't it down by the pump house now?
It is down by the pump house. It is on Leadham Street off of Greenwood.
By the VFW.
By the VFW.
Okay.
And the event map is going to go up within the week. We're actually, this year, we're going to have a map online, but we're also going to have a map that we're going to be handing out to festival goers. So they'll have something with them that they'll be able to refer to on the ground.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a small town with all this stuff going on. You can still get lost.
Well, we're going to have over
thousands of people come on that day. It's kind of wild.
Yeah, we expect anywhere between 9,000 and 10,000 people, and we have over 150 vendors, artists, merchants, local Jenkintown purveyors, and an awesome food court with food trucks.
Ooh, yeah.
It's a lot of stuff. A beer tent, It's overwhelming. It's almost overwhelming,
Oh,
but
look
in
at
a good
this.
way.
Look at all this food.
Yeah, it's a lot of food. It's a lot of food.
1984 cakes. I don't
that
know if I
sounds
want
fun.
that.
What is that?
That sounds Orwellian.
Yeah, I think what happens is either you have to order it Newspeak, or else
No. Let me see. So here's the you provide a link to the website. Let's see if it says why it's 1984. And I'm just curious to name something 1984. Let's see. A passion for sugar, self-taught sugar artist. Doesn't say why it's 1984.
I was gonna guess. My guess was that's when she was born.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe.
That was going to be my guess too, but the whole Orwellian thing kind of.
I think it's funnier if
I don't know if
it's
that would
actually
be my
Orwellian.
choice, but
Well,
it also, this is just text. I don't know if you didn't have a logo, but it's also like very Orwellian text. I like it.
all right, that I can change because there wasn't a logo, so I had to kind of make that up. But I kind of don't want to give the impression that that she's like
there's a
selling Orwellian.
Macklemore song called 1984 too.
Well, I don't want to. I'm not trying to make fun of 1984 cakes. I just thought it was funny that it's called 1984 cakes.
And
but,
everyone
I'm sure
visit
good
them.
cakes.
Everyone visit them. Yes.
Yeah,
Great
everyone
cakes.
go and check them out. Find out if they really are Orwellian or not. I'm guessing not. I'm guessing it's just beautiful cakes with lots of sugar.
There's also a Macklemore song called 1984.
Is it about the year, the book, both?
No, it's about the year. I think that's the year he was born. No. Maybe. Yeah, maybe.
Van Halen had an album 1984. That was a chart buster.
Wow.
That was definitely with the year though.
This is riveting podcasting on 1984.
There
what
were
else?
so many connections in that year.
Yeah, like what else is going on?
Well, you know what? While I see it says volunteer, this would be a good time to let everybody know we could still always use volunteers for the festival.
Look at these happy volunteers.
Happy. They are super happy. Look at that.
Well, she looks happy. He looks, I don't know, man. He looks like what's happening right now. But
he believe it, he's actually a very, very he's very into volunteering. He does all kinds of stuff. That's the son of our treasurer, the treasurer of the JCA.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just a photo. But look at you got a cool shirt though. Look at this.
And yes,
you get a cool shirt.
You do get a cool shirt, and this year's shirt is going to be the color is going to be Heather Cardinal. Heather Cardinal.
Oh, red.
Can you
I didn't
translate
chime in
that?
on that one.
Red. Okay, that's a kind of red.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Heather
red,
Cardinal.
Right?
Did you have to like buy special like color cards so you could color match it or something?
No, this is what they just gave us. What the style of the shirt, and they gave us a bunch of colors, and I had everybody vote, and that one.
And they voted for the red.
I love red. We're wearing red this year, so we'll match.
Well, you have a different red color.
Yeah, we haven't worn red to Arts Fest in a few years though. So.
And then you have these are last year's exhibitors, right? No, we're just
actually we're working. This is what we're currently working on, right? I mean, literally, when I'm done doing this podcast, I will go back to doing this. This will, I would say, by tomorrow we'll have all 150 some odd.
Yeah, that's a lot of work, man.
So are these the current ones? Because the link said 2023. But
yeah, because what it was is that we had it for we were showing last year's, but now that we have everybody in, we're adding this year's.
So what do the exhibitors do? They're the people with the tables all around town.
Yes, they're the ones. They're either mostly artists. Some of them are like merchants, so they don't like produce art, but they sell their wares. There's some of the food vendors are kind of more like the ones that won't be in the food court. Also, nonprofits, Jenkintown businesses, and sponsors will all be exhibitors.
Okay. Yeah, you can
There's
find
many more than that. Yeah.
Yeah, you can find this is all on the website. If you're watching the video, you can see me scrolling around. But if you're listening to this, go to the show notes. There'll be a link so you can get all this information at your convenience. And then you actually have a whole section for sponsors.
And we have quite a few.
Yeah. Yeah, look at that. The John Kennedy dealerships. Look, I like John Kennedy, Ford, Mazda, Subaru, just all the brands, doesn't matter. American,
Yeah.
Japanese, whatever. Gets all the customers. So
It's a
this is
melting pot.
it is. It is. What's so you had different levels. Are you still open to get any more contributors? I mean, when this comes
We
out, it's
are.
gonna be the 5th of September if you're listening to this live.
I'm sure he's not going to say no. But
So if you want to give money,
you always say yes to money. Say yes.
give money.
Mhm.
You can definitely get the website updated in time.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's a lot of stuff. What else? What else there to talk about the Arts Fest? I mean, it's
Well,
just such a huge event over here.
it is a huge event. We designed it a little differently this year because we noticed that it is very congested. So like we want it to be congested in terms of getting a ton of people there, but what happens sometimes is there's so many people that they push you. You can't really stop to like check out the art or check out some of the vendors. So we've kind of redesigned it. We've taken people off the corners to kind of give more breathing room for patrons of the festival. So we'll be interested to see how that we're interested to see how that turns out as opposed to prior years. But yeah, I mean, it's music and it's just a great time. It really showcases the best of what we have to offer in our town, but also gives people, local artists, an opportunity to present themselves to the people of Montgomery County.
Indeed, and maybe even some people that travel from Bucks. We won't hold it against them if they come from.
You're
Bucks,
right. I won't.
Right, Chrissy,
you know
your
what?
favorite county?
Oh my God! Don't. I'm from Bucks County, Ben, and
Okay.
I escaped as soon as possible.
Yeah, we have talked about that on the pod many times. One day, I should try to use some AI tool or something to index all the pods, and just like index them on these
How
different
many times
topics.
We talk
like,
about Bucks County.
yes, how
and
Chrissy
my
ranting on Bucks
loathing of
County.
Bucks County.
Yeah.
No, I'm revising my thoughts on Bucks County as I get older. Like it might be fine.
It's good stuff over there.
Depends where you're at.
Yeah, I think it was just because where I grew up was so suburban. I wanted to go to the city so bad. Like I just wanted more action, more activity, more arts, But that's what I did for a long time. So it worked out. I just wanted to get out of the like sprawling McMansion suburbs,
The Chamonix Mall wasn't doing it for you.
No, I did. That was one of the spots, though. I will say. Yep. I grew up in Richboro, so Chamonix Mall was,
Theater's nice.
Yeah, it used to be
a hangout spot.
the
Oxford Valley too.
Yeah.
I just went to that theater. I think I saw the Alien Romulus movie, and that movie, man, I've never seen a movie start kind of okay and interesting and then just fall off a cliff. Like by the end of that movie, I was like, my opinion about it had completely 180 to like, this is the worst thing I've seen in years. Just an absolute horrible film. Just a complete rehash of better films. Not even remotely scary. Just, I hated it by the end of it. It's amazing that it works like that. But a lot of people like it, but not many people went to see it. So I think my opinion is probably prevailing. Not a good movie. But the theater was really nice. It wasn't even like opening weekend or anything, but the Chamonix Theater, I haven't been to in a while, got updated. I mean, since I was there anyway. I think it was in the Dolby room. I don't know, IMAX or Dolby. I was in one of them.
We used to go to the department store there. I don't remember. I don't even remember which one it is.
I don't know. There used to be a bar there next to the theater. And I think they had some kind of dispute or something with the mall owners. I don't know what it was, but like they went out of business. I don't know what the reason was. Maybe they just went out of business. But they went out of business, and then like the place just sat there empty for seemed like forever. I don't know what's in there now. So I haven't been to that particular location when it was, open. But Chamonix Mall, big draw to Bucks County, right?
It used to be. I mean, that was the mall. Like that was the nice mall.
Well, now it's King of Prussia. That mall. That's a nice mall.
Yeah. Well, yeah. That's a whole different.
I went to the Willow Grove Mall a while back in the middle of the day on a weekday. That mall,
Willow Grove Mall, way too frequently.
Yeah, but that mall is not it does not look like it's suffering. Like there's stores everywhere. They actually have better brands than I remember them being there. They have like a nice bar area as one of the anchors. They have like that entertainment thing, the tilt or whatever it's called.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I have no idea if they're making money, but if you want to go there, it's like a much nicer mall now than it was a few years ago. So I don't
There are
know.
like 4 teen girl stores that I frequent way too often. So
Yeah, it's a lot. So this is the podcast about malls. We should just do our mall review show. What do you give? What is your score out of 5 stars for the Chamonix Mall on the categories of
Not been
shopping
there in
experience,
years.
entertainment,
Years and years
value
and
for the dollar, parking? We could just do a whole show about this, but I think not. So last thoughts, I think, about the Festival of the Arts here for people. Chrissy, what is your favorite? Do you have a favorite moment from the Festival of the Arts?
Last year?
Any
or
year, any
other
year.
years?
Any
Any year.
But
Well,
probably,
I think last year, as in terms of the dance thing, which is my thing, was probably my favorite year because it was the first one. It was kind of like fully realized. Previously, the dance stage had always been a little bit of a.
it was a mess. It was a hot mess.
Yeah, it was a hot mess.
I can
for many
say it because
years.
I didn't have anything to do with organizing the dance. So I'll
But
say
it was
was
a bit
it
of
was bad.
so last year I felt really good about that just because I'd always thought that like there was an opportunity to bring better dance artists to Jenkintown on that day, and it was never
There was an
it was
opportunity.
an underutilized opportunity for artists.
You're so diplomatic. There was an opportunity to bring competence into the organization of the dance stage. That's what the opportunity was, and so that's why the stage was good last year, and it'll be even better this year.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah.
So yeah, we got a good lineup. I feel good about it. We now we know how the lay of the land, how it goes. Last year there was some things we had to sort out with flooring and stuff, but we got it all done. So yeah, I'm excited.
It's in the middle of the road, right?
Yes.
So that's actually kind of interesting. And when I took photos, of course, it was kind of interesting. You see the background, depending on the angle, is just an empty road or like a car coming towards you. It was funny.
It is.
Well, that's what makes this dance stage awesome because you got to dodge cars, right? Like while you're doing your moves. I mean, isn't that part of what makes it great?
Yeah, it's part of
That
the
would
fun.
but I think for safety reasons,
I danced
we
on a
don't.
car at Arts Fest once many years ago on top of a car.
Yeah,
You missed it, Ben. It was before your time.
Yeah.
the road's blocked before it gets to the stage. There's no cars running over
Right.
children.
I like it though. There's a nice like the view of the dancers is nice because it's so open. I know there are some challenges to having it in the middle of the road, but it does create for some nice viewing from all sides. So it'll be a cool one. Hopefully the weather holds out because we had a few artists like Kara that got rained out last year. So pray for good weather, right?
Yeah. I also should take the opportunity to say that people like Miss Chrissy really helped make this festival possible. Like I would have no idea how to run that dance stage. And she kind of does it by herself. Actually, she does it by herself. So
I would have been like, let's put down a tarp, some plywood, we're good to go. And then it would have failed.
Well, there were versions of that in the past.
Jeez.
And then we would
That was
show
a
up and
joke.
be like,
That wasn't supposed to be.
What's happening?
That was supposed to be a
you got
joke
it.
of the most incompetent way of doing it, apparently. Yikes.
Not a tarp. but
Yikes.
There were some other crazy versions of a dance stage once upon a time.
So,
But we have got it now, and it is rocking and rolling, and hopefully it will only get better.
Ben, do you have a favorite Jenkintown Festival of the Arts moment?
Well, it wasn't. I mean, the way it rained last year, I mean, that was horrible. But on the other hand, it was so like when you get caught in the rain and there's just nothing you can do.
Yeah.
And you just get wet. It was one of those things where there was no running, there was no going anywhere because you had to get all the vendors out. So I don't know. The ingenuity, the everybody working together to get the vendors out in a very tenuous, chaotic situation. I really appreciated that, and it made me realize, like, it's Jenkintown, and we come together no matter what. So yeah, I guess the rain, even though I never want to see it again.
You took it away from me. That's what, mine was going to be the rain because it was cool. I just happened to be over on the Johnson Street area.
I was moving giant PAs in the rain. It was once it was not cool. We were like trying not to get electrocuted. We had like a box of cords like literally floating down the road. Me and Josh were like, oh my God, it was crazy.
Yeah, but I wasn't organizing it. So
my full PA up and my backup PA, and literally the stuff is just like starting to like travel on its own, and I'm like, oh my God, like it was you know,
I agree with Ben though.
It was terrible. So.
Yeah, but there's an aspect to a sudden rainstorm. Like when I was a kid, maybe this is more of a traumatic memory than a positive one, but when I was a kid, I remember we were caught in a torrential downpour at what I think was Kitty City at the time, Willow Grove.
Oh my God.
I think it was Kitty City. It was Toys R Us later, that area, and now I don't know what it is. Yeah, so like it was really, really little. And I just remember we were over there and like the power went out and my mom had to hold our hands because there was so much water going through the parking lot that we were so small. We could get washed away or something. And it was thunder, I think, and lightning and like tons of water. And it was just very cool in this scary kind of way. So maybe that's why I like downpours. Also, when there's a downpour, you don't hear, like, the sound environment changes, right? So it's just, you just hear the rain, and there's like no long distance sound anymore coming from you. Like when you're at the Arts Fest, like you could hear stuff happening down the street, and it's like all this noise. But then the rain comes, it's like this blanket of suppression of the audio, and it's quite comfortable. Of course, if you don't have to worry about moving electronics or getting electrocuted or anything like that. I had to worry about trying to prevent
after the
Kara from being electrocuted, but that was it.
After the electrocution possibilities ended, it was kind of cool because there were just people huddled in interesting places and just kind of waiting it out. But that was after we moved all the equipment and things weren't sparking.
And then it was just over, and then it just kind of stopped, and everything was just wet, and it happened right at the end. So it did interrupt some of the music and stuff, but it wasn't catastrophic. Like if that had happened early on the festival, that would have been disaster. But at the end, it was like, okay, we're done a little bit early. But
we had people that didn't get a chance to perform, so that was a bummer. But that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Plus, we lost money, so because we make.
You lose money, but it would have been way worse if it happened earlier. We would have lost more.
Yeah.
1 o'clock would have been worse.
Like I'm saying, it was pretty near the end. I think we were like on the Johnson Street stage. I think we're up to the last. I think Kara was going to be last. So
we had two left.
Yeah, 1 or 2. So anyway, hopefully no rain this year. It'll be nice because I've been at the Arts Fest when it's been really hot, when it hasn't been. Anything is better than rain. Oh, one more thing before we go. You didn't tell me about who's doing the beer this year. Like, is that even on this list here? Is that just on our food and drinks?
It's the beer is going to be the people from King's Corner.
Okay.
King's Corner / Lily's. So they bring in beer. I don't know what they're specifically bringing right at this moment, but once I find out, I'll be sharing it with everyone.
Yeah, but they'll have a beer tent there, and you have you buy tickets or something for it. You buy tickets.
No, actually, no. We don't have to
be
do
ticket
that.
Based?
Nope, not going to be.
Is it cash based?
It is cash. Yeah, I mean cash based, or whatever Venmo or whatever they take. But there's not.
Oh, so you're just paying directly.
You pay them directly. We are not going to have that extra step this year, so hopefully.
Oh, okay. So it's even more convenient, which means you can just drop off the kids at the slide blow up slide thing and make your way through the lesser crowds because it'll be reorganized, so more streamlined flow. Get over to the beer tent. Now you don't have to stand in line to get tickets first. You can go up there and maybe pay with your phone, get your beer, maybe a good IPA. That would be my choice. And then enjoy some music from the big stage, which will probably be right there, as I assume they're going to be
right
in the same
there.
location. Yeah, there's the big giant stage, and be a fantastic time. And then, so the Jenkintown Festival of the Arts, I will eventually remember that without hesitating. And
so it's Sunday, September 15th, from 1 to 6 p.m.
Indeed.
You got it. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Put it up on screen one more time so everybody can see. September 15th, 2024. The link is in the show notes. Okay. So
So Ben, what do you got left of the night market for this year? So
there's-
this will come out on the 5th of September. So will there be one after that?
The 5th of
Or two.
September is what day is that? What day of the week is that?
That is a Thursday, which means
There'll be 3 more.
oh shoot, you're going all the
There's
way
so
through
many.
September. Jeez.
Yeah,
amazing.
the last one is Tuesday the 24th.
Amazing. So after Arts Fest, you can still go up to Town Square on a Tuesday and get yourself some market fresh goodies at the
Yeah.
Jenkintown Night Market.
Human Robot, Jenkintown is there. Amazing local brewery, really good beer. They were selling out of their lager when I was there a couple weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, Five Saints Distilling. I believe I have a bottle of whiskey from them. Well, it's empty now because it was like over a year ago. But I think the owner distiller was there and he signed it, so I have a signed bottle.
Yeah, John,
Which-
he does that. Mm-hmm. He's cool.
Yeah, so I have it on. It's here now. It's gonna have to move with me whenever I move again in the future. It's just gonna be an heirloom to pass down to my children, or if I ever have children, or pass down to, I don't know, the whatever fund my assets go to. It'll just be like a special. Like, why is this so special? Because Steve one day was at the farmer's market and bought some whiskey and it just happened to get signed. But it's actually good whiskey. You should try it. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of Pennsylvania whiskeys in general. There's only a couple of them I like, really, and Five Saints Distilling makes one of them. So, I don't know. It's Sam's Rubs and Spices. I mean, they assume they mean not like a back rub, but like the rub you put on meat. So,
Yes, that is correct. They
it's
used
a very
to do back.
different vendor. if
Yeah,
that were the
very.
case.
Yeah, really, it would really be a night market, wouldn't it? If we had
Ooh.
back rubs.
Oh yikes!
I like the double entendres we got going on here. Okay, we just raised the level of the podcast to PG-13.
The Jenkintown night market after dark.
That's right. You should. Did we not joke about that or something in the past? I feel like we
At
did.
one point, we did.
Should make an after dark version. Velvet Sky Bakery. Nice. Let's see who else is here that I haven't tried yet. Custard Company.
He's very
What?
popular.
How did I miss the custard?
He
I
will
gotta,
be back.
look around more carefully.
Yeah, he well. Some of them. We have a lot of vendors, but a lot of them are periodic. So like,
Yeah, they have dates here on the website. So
mhm.
if you're interested in checking for the last weeks, go to the website. Well, it looks like the custard will be there on September 3rd before this comes out, and September 17th after this podcast comes out. So you'll be able to enjoy. And yeah, so there's a lot of good stuff. Oh, the cinnamon buns. That's over, but that apparently was good. I bet that was good.
I actually have to update that. He has done so well that he's just going to be with us for the rest of the year.
Oh wow, great. So
Yeah, I'll update that.
go there because I didn't know that. See, I didn't miss the cinnamon bun. I gotta go and get a cinnamon bun. Bad for my diet, but good for life.
Mm-hmm.
And flour. I saw. What did I see there? I saw a lot of interesting stuff over there.
Well, the flower
Like,
mama is she brings her truck, her Volkswagen truck.
Yeah, it's very cool. I love her setup. It's very pretty. It's got
Oh
a
yeah.
cool vibe to it. It's very cool.
Oh yeah. Here's the
She-
flower mom and the truck.
Yeah.
She
Oh,
won the
very
best
cool.
of Philly.
It
Yeah.
opened in a new window, so you can't see. Hold on. Good thing I checked what I'm looking at. Flower mama. There we go. That's her truck. Very cool.
Very cool. Very, very cool.
And she just won best of Philly.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen flower stores come and go around, here, and I don't know. It's hard. It's a hard business, I imagine.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it helps to be mobile. You can go where the customers are, maybe, instead of trying to draw them to you all the time.
Well, that
I
and it's
You
just
don't have a brick and mortar rent. That probably
Is it?
helps
Does
too.
she just run it out of the truck? Is that her only?
no. She does
distribu-
others.
no.
No, she does like she'll do weddings and stuff like that. She's got.
But she doesn't have a
business with it.
storefront.
I do not believe she does. No, I
Actually,
don't
what?
believe she does. She was
No.
actually. She just was
As
at
a flower.
the last flower show too. She actually had the van inside the convention center.
Oh, that's cool. Why do you even get this thing? This must have been like this is a classic vehicle. Like I don't even know. I'd love to hear the story. Maybe we should get her on the pod because I would love to hear the story about where this truck came from. Because like that's what I mean. Flowers are cool, but I care about cars more. So I would really like to know where that truck came from. That's really cool. And yeah, so lots of cool stuff over here. Pound cake. So you can get your carbs. You can get your alcohol, sweet treats. There's vegetables there too, right? I saw a bunch of vegetables that come from the farms, and there's actual vegetables there. You can get and at this point there should be maybe do we miss the best tomatoes?
No,
season?
you should. Right now would be right now you're good.
I love a good tomato sandwich. You know, I mean, there's like no. It's one of those things that I would always look forward to in the summer. So it's like later summer and get local-ish, tomatoes, like Jersey tomatoes or something even more local, and make those tomato sandwiches and corn on the cob. There used to be a place near like that. Like used to be a place. Maybe it was near Drescher because there used to be a little farm there. There used to be some place nearby here when I lived in Willow Grove and was a kid, and we used to just go to this like little farm in the middle of the suburbs, essentially, and just buy corn from like a stall it was out front. It was very good, very good.
Yeah, farm fresh corn's the best, man. The
It
best.
is. And yeah, so this night market, you really, since we last talked to you, I mean, it's only grown and seems to be more popular every time I walk by or visit it. So,
it wouldn't be any. Thank you. I appreciate that. I definitely have to say it wouldn't be what it is without the Jenkintown Rec Board's participation and the music series that goes on simultaneously while the market is going on. The music definitely.
That was slick. Whoever came up with that's a slick one. That worked out well. It's a nice.
That was me and the other people in Rec Board years ago.
Well, there you go.
It wasn't like me. It wasn't just me specifically, but like the group of us when I was on the Rec Board had a market. It wasn't before Ben's time, but we did try this in the past. It didn't work out as well as Ben is managing this to work now, but for different reasons. But yeah, that was the idea. We had at least some market people there from when we originally the group I was in revamped the music series to what it is now. And that was one of the intentions was to have it would bring people in with the music, and then you can have we had ice cream. A Carminetti has a little cart there for many years. Yeah, that was one of them. And then tried to do like the farmers market there, the first iteration of that, and then now Ben's night market is working out really well for everybody. So great.
So Ben, the last thing you got on your plate right now is the 150. What is where are we at with that? Because yeah.
We got a few things coming up. Actually on Wednesday, the 28th, the Highway Theater is partnered with the JCA, and we also partnered with Human Robot. And the Highway Theater will be showing Waiting for Guffman. It is a film done by the same people that do Spinal Tap and Best in Show. And the movie is about a town that celebrates its 150th anniversary, just like Jenkintown. And it's a comedy.
It's not like some kind of serial killer shows up or something. It has to get 150 victims before the night's over and nothing like that.
Oh no! I wish that would have been a great event. I really should have thought of that. But no, it's not like it's a comedy, and we'll have some funny slides before the movie, and we'll be selling Jenkintown 150 merch.
Nice.
And then afterwards, we're gonna have trivia at Human Robot, and the trivia will be anything and everything from the past 150 years, and there'll be all sorts of prizes. I know it sounds pretty vast, but like if you think about it, it's not going to be the Civil War, and it's not going to be the Revolutionary War, and it's not going to be about ancient Rome. It's just 150 years, and we decided to do that because we didn't think that if we just did it with Jenkintown, I don't know how many people would have known all that much.
150 years
that's a hard one.
Is 150 years of world history?
Yeah, I would say world history. It's going to lean more like probably entertainment-ish. It's going to be more fun than it's not going to be super super hard or onerous, but anything from the past 150 years is fair game.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I had no idea what this Guffman thing was.
Yeah, it's if you look it up, I mean, if you ever seen Best
never
in
seen it.
Show or A Mighty Wind or This is Spinal Tap, it's a mockumentary. So
right,
it's,
okay, a mockumentary.
Fun.
Some people think that is what we're doing with this podcast. A mockumentary, a podcast. No, I'm kidding. We're not that bad. Give us time.
Right, the night's young.
Night's young. That's right. So that's really cool. You have a whole events page. So Ben, one of the things that's really good about the stuff you're involved in is you put together a useful web page. You would not believe how many people, places, like things, organizations just do not have good web pages. Like one of the things I always gets me, and tell me if this is something you ever encounter. Look at all these things coming up. I will want to go somewhere, like to a show or a restaurant or whatever, and I'll try to find the website. First of all, sometimes I don't have one, which is just infuriating. You go to the website and it's like, if it's a physical place, I'm like, okay, how do I get there? Like, where is it? And what about parking? I don't know if you have parking somewhere on the website, but like, this is one of the things I wish every restaurant, every like music venue put a page that says parking and just tell me where to park, because there's places it's like, well, we don't have parking, it has to be street, or you have to, like, there's these parking lots that are run by the municipality or something like that. Like, I have to spend a whole bunch of time just trying to figure it out. Like, look up the webpage for the municipality to see if they have parking lots, or see if there's look at a parking app, and it doesn't always show up on the map. So it's like a lot of time to figure it out. And if you're gonna drive like 40 minutes or something someplace, I need to know if I can like stay there when I get there, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So your webpage also does a really good job of just useful information, like when is something, useful descriptions of things, good layouts that work in different browsers. These are little. These sound like little things, but like it's
it is
not.
important though.
It's important.
How many times do you go to a website and you're like, I didn't learn anything about what I wanted to know.
No, I mean, look at this. We have 100. We see that the giant logo. You have you're organized. You got your events calendar. You know, that's just easy to navigate. Look at this big text. It's I gotta say, as someone who works in the tech field and everything, and goes to a lot of shows, web pages have become like a thing that I really pay attention to lately. You know, but
well, thank you.
Yeah. So Ben, good at organizing things. Jenkintown 150. So like, what else? So we have that coming up. What is the end of this whole 150 thing? Is there a grand finale?
Yeah, there's two things. On the 19th, we're partnering. The JCA is partnering with that's not on here yet because it just hit. It's going to go on there within the next couple of days.
In between.
Wait, the 19th of which month?
September.
October.
Thank you.
It'll go right. Actually, we'll go right between there.
Okay,
the
right
19th
between
of October. The 14th and the 25th there. On the 19th of October, we're going to partner with the Immaculate Conception Church and the Jenkintown Food Cupboard, and we're going to have a J150 Fall Festival in Jenkintown.
Oh, that's very nice, Ben.
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean? What's a fall festival mean?
So we're going to have.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
We're going to have music, food, libations. There's going to be a pig roast, and a lot of kids games. And we're going to have the fire trucks are going to be out, and we're going to have some vendors again, so people can do some shopping. A lot of the vendors from the night market will be there. It's just a little celebration for the town, just kind of like a happy birthday for Jenkintown, just everybody to have fun.
When is that going to be? That's going to be October.
That'll be at October 19th.
19th.
Yes, and again, I'll have that updated. So I guess the website's not
Saturday,
that great.
I believe.
It is a Saturday.
There you go.
Yep.
It's going to be October 19th.
Yeah.
I don't know, Ben. I think you're doing great, and you can add that in there, and you'll be in great shape.
So is that I mean, there's a few things listed on your website after that, but is this fall festival what's considering like the capstone event
I would
150?
say, yeah, but we're going to have a culminating event. And that also is going to go on because all these are still being planned. It was, to tell you, quite frankly, like we started late. Like all
Yeah.
these things should have been planned last year. We're kind of trying to do it on the fly. But on December 8th, which is the actual day that Jenkintown became Jenkintown, we're going to have a little ceremony in Town Square. And there's going to be a time capsule. And I'm announcing it here first. There's going to be an essay contest for the students that live in Jenkintown, and the winners will get their essay placed in the time capsule.
So it was December 8th?
December 8th.
Yeah, so it's a time capsule, an essay contest. That's crazy. So what is a modern time capsule even look like nowadays? It's not like a jar, right? It's like
no, it's you know what? It's actually, and it's something that's kind of weird in that if you just look up time capsule to buy one, every single one of them are identical.
Really?
And, yeah, it's kind of weird. Like if you go to
Amazon, do that.
Please do. You'll see. They're all like the same shape, the same size. I mean, the price difference is just how like good you can depend on it to keep water out and whatnot. But they're all the same.
You could just buy a time capsule on Amazon.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this.
See how they're all the same? Like they're all the same.
Like they look like weird, like like remember the Ninja Turtles Secret of the Ooze? Looks like the cylinders from Secret of the Ooze.
Yeah, but you see, like
they are all look the same. Like they're all made from the same Chinese factory, maybe.
Yeah, and it's different.
Oh, you can engrave stuff.
You can, but it's like, how do you fit a lot of stuff in there? Like or
so
I don't know.
How big of a time capsule are we talking about here?
Well,
this is Amazon's pick, by the way, for some reason. This one.
Yeah, like it's like not even. I don't even know what you would.
It's not even that big.
It's so small. Yeah, it's so small. Even
the
like
big $35.
Yeah, but then there's ones that are the same size or like 100. What we're gonna probably do is we might, instead of burying it, we might have it placed somewhere. Like we have a committee trying to figure out what we're gonna do with it. And we might have a committee. The committee will figure out where to place it, and that way we can make a box. Like it doesn't have to be watertight. So we can make something bigger so we can put more stuff in it. And it doesn't have to be cylindrical. So we might put it in maybe the library or Old York Road Historical Society. But when I didn't, what did you say?
I made it back.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you were going. But we're not really sure where if we're burying it or not. But yeah, it's going to be, you'll be hearing a lot of this stuff after Arts Fest. Like once September 15th passes, these other things will come to the forefront. It's just that when Arts Fest is on the horizon, we really all hands on deck.
One track mind at the moment, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like all hands on deck, Arts Fest. Here we go.
But when September 16th comes, it's all going to be 150 again.
Perfect. All right. So before I lose my connection again, is there anything else we need to touch on, Steve, or shall we?
Well, we hit everything that was in the notes. I mean, unless there's going to be a holiday market. I have that listed here.
Oh, yeah, there will be that one of those, too. Yeah.
You're a busy man there, Ben. A busy man.
Yeah, busy.
So what can you tell us about the holiday market before we go?
The holiday market will be on the 7th. So we do that every year. It's just going to be in Town Square. We just get a bunch of vendors together and a little food, and generally we'll have somebody playing music in the gazebo, Christmas music. And we've done it the past couple of years. It's been a real treat. So we'll be doing that again as well.
Okay, so it'll be December 7th in Town Square, the holiday market.
The holiday market, and that goes right into Santa Claus.
Yeah, right. Santa Claus.
Rexford. Mm-hmm.
I met Santa. If it's the same guy, the actual Santa. We have the actual Santa that comes Town Square. As far as I can tell, real beard and everything. Showed up in a red vehicle. There's no reindeer, but that's because it got to be incognito when you're traveling in the suburbs. But yeah, great. I don't know what the layout's going to be. I remember one year, we tried to light up the trail for the kids. I put lights out on, try to kind of create a corral. What's the word I'm looking for? Corral.
Corral.
Yeah, we had a special chair and everything in front of the tree. And so, and what Santa does at this event is he goes and he uses like magic that comes out of his fingertips and lights up the tree. That's traditionally what we've done. I don't know if they're gonna do it this year, but traditionally, the tree is like dark, and then Santa arrives on the fire truck. It's very dramatic. Okay, some lights,
it does.
sirens. Santa's like, oh, ho, ho, or something. He says, I'm here. And he travels through the crowd, and the little children are ecstatic. Their parents are ecstatic. Everybody's ecstatic because Santa, the power of Christmas, it personified, right? And it comes over and he does a little spiel, and he goes, and his light comes out of his hands. It's very impressive because it's magic.
It is magic.
So it's magical.
Magic of the holiday. Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's part of the reason I moved here is the magic.
Well, yeah. So that's great. So you got Fall Festival, Time Capsule, Holiday Market, lots of stuff they can find. People can find all this information by the time this podcast is out at the website for Jenkintown 150, correct?
For Jenkintown 150, it'll be all over the JCA social media, the Jenkintown Community Alliance. We'll send out newsletters. We'll probably have the borough do a blast. All these things everybody will be well aware when they will happen.
Excellent.
All right, Steve. So I think this is a great time for you to wrap it up.
Okay. So if you like what you...
My studio. Okay, sorry.
I can still hear you while you're doing that. Well, so if you like what you are hearing here or watching, if you please follow us on YouTube at Jenkintown Arts Garage. Subscribe and ring that bell. If you're watching this on YouTube, please do that. Like it, subscribe, ring the bell, share it. These are signals to the almighty algorithm so that YouTube will share us far and wide, so the people of Bucks County will know that the Jenkintown 150 events exist and will come over here and see how much better it is in this county.
Oh my God.
Look, I got to add some spice to the podcast.
Oh my God.
get the people entertained. Also, you can follow us on the Instagram and Facebook at Jenkintown Arts Garage. I put behind the scenes stuff there. We post stuff like random cool bands that I might be seeing at some moment. So I just go live, and you never know what you're going to see, and other pictures and things in there. And our Facebook page is our main social media page where when new content like videos will pop out. You can subscribe there. Go to jagcast.show and get the audio episodes. All the audio episodes are there, including the back catalog before we went on YouTube. So there's a lot of stuff. There's 149 other episodes. You should go there and subscribe and listen to all of them in a giant long binge, however many days that takes. And also, finally, our main website is jenkintownartsgarage.com. There you can find links to everything, find all the videos and other movies we've made and other stuff we're going to create in the future will be there. And if you'd like to help us out monetarily, jenkintownartsgarage.com/coffee will take us to our buy a coffee page, and you can send us a few bucks so that we can pay the server bills and the software bills and that kind of thing, so we can continue making content with Ben Bergman and others.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Well, thank you, Ben, for coming on, and I will see you very soon, I'm sure, either
probably
in person or on a Zoom call.
Most
over
likely.
the next couple of weeks. So
Okay. Yeah, before Chrissy, your connection is just like looking terrible.
It's falling apart over here, so
Okay.
I think you should put that video on.
Okay. Well, we'll see you all next time.
See ya.
Well,